sometimes wonder whether we wouldn't be better off just dispensing with the 90 minutes and heading straight into the extra time and maybe the penalties. Stay with us to see it unfold. I'm sure you won't be leaving.
Welcome back, here we go again. It's as we were at 8:10, 0-0 in scoreline, but an awful lot of the cast have changed since then. And at the moment, Everton will be favourites. Liverpool down to 10 men. Lucas sent off for 2 yellows. There are 4 others that walk that tightrope at the moment. Cahill, Neville and Arteta for Everton, Alonso for Liverpool. Hibbert looking for Cahill immediately. Carragher nods clear. Manchester United will be loving this, the fact that Liverpool are being forced to play extra time. Torres taking on Jagielka, Hibbert back to support.
It really has been the match of Torres. Jagielka, really impressive. Form of his life probably, I suspect.
Yes, he took a little while to settle in last season. He is one of those players that's termed utility. Played in midfield a lot for Sheffield United. Here's Baines. In behind the Liverpool defence, in comes the cross and it was missed at the near post by Cahill, who's furious, he felt he was pushed. Carragher, I think, was the defender involved.
Well, that's what Carragher does really well, gets his body into the danger zones. Yeah, harsh if it's given. Again, well disguised though, the challenge by Carragher, it wasn't an obvious one. Good ball in by Baines though. Might have been a penalty ahead of schedule there. Skirtle's clearance, only as far as Neville. Here's Gosling, waiting for Hibbert to arrive, but then drives in the ball himself. Awkward deflection that caused some confusion for Carragher, if not Reina. Torres quite definitely the lone striker now. Liverpool playing 4-4-1 now. There's nobody just behind Torres, needs must. Count playing wide right, Benayoun wide left, and Mascherano and Alonso in the middle. Hibbert. In steps Mascherano. And he's gone on here, Benayoun couldn't pick him out. That's only as far as Hibbert. If you do lose a midfield player to a red card, I mean, you couldn't have a better replacement than Mascherano, I have to say. It's worked out quite well for Rafa in that respect, starting with Lucas.
The question is, do Everton have the wherewithal, the nouts to break down Liverpool with that extra man? And Liverpool hold on. Looks increasingly unlikely that they'll be able to break away and score. Torres isn't moving freely, and he's the only striker they have out there at the minute. Arteta away from 2, clipped by Mascherano, free kick.
Good feed by Arteta, comfortably went past Alonso. Let's see the referee sort of not overreact, but that one it was a little bit of guile by Arteta that deceived Mascherano.
Yes, playing forward in the nicest possible way. The idea is if he can win Everton free kicks on the edge of the area, they can test Liverpool. And it ultimately a nice spin, good shot, straight down the throat of Pepe Reina though.
Good ball into feet, and that's what really is going to cause Liverpool problems. If
getting ball into dangerous area. Lots of those players in the Everton lineup are quite capable of scoring a goal, stealing a little goal. I think in tight situations, Everton can cause Liverpool problems. I don't think they're really going to stretch them and sort of attack with any real pace, but it's a case of getting those bodies into the penalty area.
Here's Carragher. Now Dosena. Skirtle for Cout. Sharano. Osman. Gosling. Alonso slides in. Arteta. Baines has made a charge to his left. This is Rodwell, one of the two youngsters brought on by Everton in the second half. Jagielka. Osman. Osman's drive. Reina can't stop it. Gosling went in and good stop by Reina down at his feet. Gosling almost with a crucial strike there.
Well, we know that Osman's happy to have a shot from around the area. It's a superb second save by Reina. Just having to stretch for that one. He can't get a grip of it, Reina. He has to really react well.
Baines with the corner. Lifts it in. Good delivery. Cahill just wide. How close was that for Everton?
Again, Cahill doing what he does best, finding that little bit of space in the penalty area, and it is only a whisker away from finding its way inside the post.
Two great chances for Everton in the space of a minute. First Gosling denied by Reina, and then Cahill agonisingly close. That's how agonising it was for him. Alonso's going to get caught here. Run into Neville. Gosling's breaking to his right. Dosena might get there first though. It's good defending. Liverpool cannot get out of their own half. It's all Everton. And it's Hibbert. And it's wasted. Sharano. Torres. Still can't get any change out of Jagielka. And Benayoun's broken forward, is out of position. It's Neville. Hibbert with a chance to centre. Cahill waits far post. In goes the header this time from Gosling. These are nervous moments for Liverpool, David.
Well, they are, even though they're trying to break out, they're not really getting over the halfway line, and Everton are doing well to maintain this pressure and stretch Liverpool a little and to really work hard to get men behind the ball.
Liverpool must find a way of just relieving some of the pressure. Torres offside.
Got to hold the ball in a little bit longer, Torres. I think he goes to try and get past defenders sort of maybe too quickly. I think in this situation he has to just hang on to it and protect the ball and bring others into play.
Osman. Arteta. Baines to his left. Arteta doesn't need him. Instead it's Neville. Through for Gosling, taking up a great position here, blocked by Benayoun. And away into touch by Carragher. Real backs-to-the-wall stuff for Liverpool. Neville, Arteta, Osman, Hibbert, Carragher across. Hibbert is forced to loop it over, collected by Baines, nodded clear by Count, headed forward by Rodwell, away by Mascherano. Neville gets there ahead of Torres. Osman, Osman's ball in, finds the head of Carragher. Countdown for Benayoun. Torres wants the free kick and will get it. Liverpool want to bring on Ryan Babel soon.
A little bit better by Torres. Just try and win the foul and just...
It's coming off.
Things down. Yeah, I think it's the right decision. He's looked very tired. He's taken one or two bumps throughout the game and hasn't probably looked his most comfortable tonight. Torres. Babel though can stretch a defence with that pace. He will give Jagielka and Lescott a little bit of a test if Liverpool can get the right balls forward.
So the big hitters, the match winners, Torres and Gerrard, no longer on the pitch for Liverpool, and one of those players that Rafa Benitez said could do a job and why they could afford to let Robbie Keane go. Ryan Babel is on to see if he can help Liverpool over the finishing line here. It might not be in the extra 30 minutes of extra time, it might be in the penalty shootout. And he's trying to turn Lescott here. Jagielka's required. Babel almost with an immediate impact there.
Quick sight of what Babel can do. That pace will cause problems. He's powerful and he's able to sort of ride that challenge of Lescott and still put a threat in and force that clearance from Jagielka.
A rare corner in extra time for Liverpool, who have found it difficult to get over the halfway line. Alonso to take. Couch helped it on. Howard with the stretch. Osman, held up by Count. Good roll to keep it in. Rodwell searching for Baines. Good ball in for Osman, it just bounced away from him. Across comes Skirtle, appeals for handball from some of the Everton fans at that end of the ground. Referee wasn't interested. Mascherano looking to release Babel.
It has been said that Babel sometimes looks like he lacks the appetite really to really make an impact. But when he's on form and he's in the right mood, he is a handful.
Rodwell, cleverly done. Osman for Arteta. Arteta loving this. Infield for Rodwell, held up by Alonso, that's a foul. It's another Everton free kick.
The referee's right there.
Alonso
maybe it's a bit fortunate, Alonso. There was a little bit more intent there, having a second look, and initially I thought he was just deceived by Rodwell.
Alonso has to be careful, he's one of the 4 players that are out there on a yellow card already. Liverpool have struggled since they lost Lucas to a red card. They can't afford to lose another player. This will probably be the last bit of action of the first period of extra time. Will it bring us the first goal of the night? Arteta and Baines, the 2 players over it. It will be Arteta to strike. It came through the wall and it's gone behind for a corner. Chance for one more chance.
Sign of Arteta's confidence. He scored a great free kick a couple of weeks ago, but he is one who's made Everton tick, I think, in this second half and into extra time.
Cahill with that header that flashed wide from the last corner kick Everton forced. That was from the right. This from the left. The referee has seen pushing and shoving on the edge of the 6-yard box. Who are the main protagonists here? Dirk Kuyt and Tim Cahill.
I think Kuyt has been given the job of shadowing Cahill. Notice he did that in the first half.
Unfortunately, rugby tackling him as the ball comes in, headed away by Mascherano. Back in by Hibbert. Help forward. Osman got a push by Carragher, did he? No, he didn't. Cleared by Benayoun. Referee checks both wristwatches and blows for the end of the first period of extra time. We still await the first goal of the night. We still head towards the first ever penalty shootout in a Merseyside derby. And most betting fans would say, well, there's been lightly ever since we kicked off.
I think the nerves on both sides really are jangling now. Gets to this stage and, you know, one goal kills it off. You scored a goal in the first half of extra time, you still feel as if there's plenty of time, but now as the clock runs down, lots of anxiety. But anything can happen in a penalty shootout.
And of course, we've not reached the penalty shootout yet. We still have another 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes of extra time to decide the 211th Merseyside derby.
I just wonder, Everton perhaps, you know, having to play the most recent games with this same group of players, this will be a big test for the Everton squad, I think.
Mascherano looking for Babel straight away. Jagielka had to stretch to get there. Tonight's performance, he was never going to miss it. Hussein miscued that, but he still managed to find Benayoun, who can't get past Hibbert. Well, so much to talk before the game about that last FA Cup replay here at Goodison that brought us bills and 8 goals shared between the sides. We've barely had a shot on target all night this evening, but it's been so tense, so absorbing.
Well, that is a feature of FA Cup games between the two. No inch given. The amount of people that actually said to me before the game, I fancy this game to go to penalties, I actually didn't think that, but vibes were right.
Still not quite there. Everton have made their final change of the night. Phil Neville replaced by Andy van der Meijden. Only his second appearance of the season. Second time he's come on as a sub. Rafa Benitez already getting ready for the penalties, is he there?
I suppose you can afford to count your chickens, but he's quite clearly deciding on his penalty takers.
Cahill. Now Rodwell. Bit of a blind ball back for Lescott. Baines with the touch. Arbeloa away. Mascherano against Arteta. The Argentine wins. Arteta appeared to have a little bit of a kick out at him there.
He was a little bit put out, I think, by the challenge of Mascherano.
Away by Skirtle. Carragher was going forward as well. Sena gets the foul, despite the shouts of "don't foul him" from Hibbert to Gosling. Everton will have recent painful memories of penalty shootouts. They went out of the UEFA Cup last season to Fiorentina in that fashion. Forward by Dossena. Babel's helped it on. Liverpool have been down to 10 men since Lucas was sent off on 76 minutes, and since then it's pretty much been all Everton. They haven't been able to find a way past Pepe Reina. Cahill's header flashing wide of the post. Gosling forcing a save from the Liverpool keeper as well. Babel fouled by Lescott. That's a free kick, and the referee is calling Lescott towards him.
Does very well, Babel, to ride a couple of challenges, hold the ball up and get that foul out of Lescott. Referee becoming a little bit more lenient as the game has worn on, hasn't he?
Just a few words in the ear of Julian Lescott. No card. Liverpool, understandably, in no rush to get this free kick taken. They would settle for penalties now. Xabi Alonso to take. Liverpool with 4 in the box waiting. Everton with twice that number defending. In by Xabi Alonso. Well, there was 1 or 2 pushes going on. Count felt he was pushed out of the way. Hibbert humps it forward towards Arteta, defended by Carragher, then away by Skirtle. And Babel get hold of this. Not at the first attempt, not at the second either. Came off Jagielka's chest, Benayoun. The whistler's gone. Gosling, that's a nice turn. Hibbert. Benayoun backtracking to good effect, but it's Everton's throw. Arteta. Well gathered by Reina, the deflection off Mascherano, took it upwards and was spinning. Long downfield, Babel after it, but Howard will get there first. There'll be plenty of tired legs out there now. Liverpool have seemingly got their tactics right since they went down to 10. 2 banks of 4 and 1 man up front on his own. Gosling trying to turn Dossena, he almost got through. Good challenge by Carragher, gathered by Arteta. Here's Gosling again. Gosling shot. Not short of confidence, is he, Danny Gosling?
No, he scored a goal or 2 already in a few games that he's had this season. All are prompted again by Arteta, who has got the guile to open up any good defence. A little bit of an unknown Gosling when he appeared in the Everton lineup, but it made an immediate impact.
Yes, I saw him make his debut at Middlesbrough around about Christmas time, and he's been used on several occasions as a sub since then. And as you say, he's already found the net for Everton. He's come close twice tonight since he came on as a sub, and here he is again. Now Rodwell, now Osman. Look how congested it is, but somehow it's been worked right for Hibbert. Cut out by Carragher. Liverpool need to get it away. Alonso can't. Hibbert sliding in, the foot was high, and referee Wiley is calling him towards him. It's another yellow card, and again it's that man Xabi Alonso on the receiving end.
Tremendous ball in by Hibbert. Caused panic in the Liverpool ranks, and then it became scrappy, and I think those type of challenges are going to happen in these circumstances.
Vital interception here by Carragher, David.
Well, usual for Carragher, often the man that makes the vital interception for the Liverpool defence, and then Hibbert just trying to win that ball back, just arrives a fraction late.
Count battling with Van der Meyde. Struck the hand of Baines. Liverpool's free kick.
Put in a great effort tonight, Count. You know, sometimes he lacks the finishing product, but his work rate is phenomenal, and he's one who still looks to have a lot of energy even at this stage of the game.
Liverpool's turn to turn the screw and look for the winner. Towards Count again. Van der Meyde, despite the acrobatics, can't help it back across, but it's a Liverpool corner. Bemused expressions from Messrs Gosling and Hibbert, and a few thousand Evertonians behind that goal.
I don't know whether that's an intentional delivery by Alonso. We've seen that 3 or 4 times in the game where he really goes for the long one. It looks like a poor delivery initially. Liverpool a little bit fortunate there, I think, to get the corner.
It's a slow stroll from one side of the field to the other for Xabi Alonso. Liverpool have Babel inside the 6-yard box. Skirtle, Couts and Arbeloa are the 3 darting from the penalty spot. In comes the corner kick. And across the face of goal, it came off an Everton head last.
It's a better delivery, just fallen in the danger zone. Again though, not enough Liverpool bodies attacking the ball.
Well, precious seconds tick by as Xabi Alonso trots to this near side. Everybody craning to get a better view of what could be the deciding moments of a long old night at Goodison. Whistler's gone. Too much pushing by players in red on players in blue, and we have 5 minutes to go to settle this. On the balance of the night, David, do either team deserve to win it on open play, or does it deserve a penalty shootout to decide things?
I mean, the only clear-cut opportunity has been to Everton, hasn't it? On that basis, probably, you know, they've got that fraction of a lead in a point sense, but at this point, you know, I think both sides would settle for penalties.
Rodwell helps it forward. Having said that, is there one more chance? Well, not there, there won't be. Cahill offside.
Liverpool look like they've settled for penalties, really, because they haven't shown any real urgency, have they, to step things up. They've tried to make the most of it when they've been in the Everton half, but generally they've just slowed things down.
Well, such is their record in penalty shootouts that they will fancy their chances from 12 yards. Ten wins in 11 shootouts down the years for Liverpool. Van der Meyde, I'd almost forgotten he was on the pitch. Many Evertonians have forgotten he was at the club.
Just thinking that.
Mascherano came off the shoulder of Hibbert. Just where Everton don't want to be at this late stage in proceedings. Liverpool on the go slow. But Everton must keep their concentration, their enthusiasm to get forward. They mustn't give it away at the other end. Foul by Babel on Hibbert. It's actually Van der Meyde that's gone down.
Something and nothing. Babel again, I think, doing well to just try and keep Liverpool on the ball.
2.5 minutes of extra time remain. Lescott searches for Cahill again. Skirtle slipped but recovered in time to find Alonso, who for once tonight has given it away. Who's there to collect it? Jagielka. Good ball wide right for Van der Meyde. Arbeloa has lost his man. It's Gosling. Couldn't get his feet right. Still gets the shot in. It's there! Danny Gosling! Danny Gosling, the 19-year-old, wins it for Everton. Deep, deep, deep into injury time. Goodison has gone mad. Pepe Reina is squaring up with Andy van der Meijden, who's boosted the ball away. Liverpool desperately trying to get the ball here. Chaos reigns at Goodison, but what we know is that Danny Gosling has scored for Everton, and Everton now have 1 foot firmly planted in the next round of the FA Cup.
Well, we said he has an eye for a goal. Everton launching that challenge. I think it was Jaggy Elka that prompted the attack. It's poor defending from Arbeloa's point of view. I think he allows that ball too easily to get over his head. Gosling has time to get it down. Liverpool defenders, reluctant to make any challenge. Very cleverly finds the corner of the goal. Gosling gets a bit of good fortune off the toe of Skrtel and off the post as well.
A new Everton hero has been born, and look at the reaction of the manager, David Moyes. 1 minute of extra time to go. Cout comes forward. Arbeloa, who was at fault for the goal, fires it across, and Lescott can clear. Everton are nearly there. Liverpool thought they'd held out. Reina forward.
Well, it's a hammer blow to Liverpool. They look beaten, shaking their heads all around the side, Liverpool, at the moment. And Goodison is rocking to Everton's cheers.
Well, Liverpool have been hanging on really ever since Lucas got sent off, and just when we thought it was definitely going to be penalties, Liverpool went to sleep, and Gosling, having seemingly lost his chance, got his feet right eventually, regained his composure and fired it home. 2 minutes of injury time to play at the end of extra time. Liverpool look a spent force now. Everton look like making it through as the last 16 of the FA Cup. And here's Gosling again. Mature play. It's all about ball retention now for Everton. They don't need a second goal. 1-0 will suffice. Everton's throw.
There was a certain intent when Jagielka broke up that attack on the halfway line and just pressed forward, and it looked like they had their urgency to get in amongst it, and Everton threw bodies in there and they got the right result.
Well, it all stemmed, didn't it, from Xabi Alonso surprisingly giving the ball away. Jagielka seized the opportunity, Van der Meijden with the cross. Arbeloa had lost his man, he'd been drawn too central, and there was Danny Gosling to become an instant hero for Evertonians everywhere. 1 minute of added time have come and gone. Desperate play from Liverpool, helped forward by Carragher. Babel can't get hold of it. It's an Everton free kick. And with that, David, I think the last vestige of hope has gone from Liverpool in the FA Cup for another season.
I think it's all but gone from Liverpool point of view. And just prior to the goal, we just give the benefit of the doubt to Everton. I think they have probably done a little bit more. They've created a little bit more. Liverpool have struggled. Certainly the handicap of losing Gerrard early on didn't help. And then to lose Lucas obviously doesn't help further.
All eyes on Alan Wiley as he blows the whistle. Everton have beaten Liverpool in the Merseyside derby. And there's a new hero in the shape of Danny Gosling. He only turned 19 on Monday, and he gets the match ball, and Everton get the place in round 5 of the Cup. It was a battle of attrition throughout. Everton finally got the ascendancy once Lucas had been sent off for Liverpool. What few chances we created were Everton's. Gosling and Cahill went close in the first period of extra time. Liverpool appeared to be hanging out for penalties. They almost got there, but with just 2 minutes of extra time to play, Danny Gosling fires Everton through to the last 16 of the FA Cup. The final score here at Goodison tonight is Everton 1, Liverpool 0.
They just keep finding more, Everton, don't they? And they found a young player or two when most needed. Liverpool lose. They lose Steven Gerrard as well. Here's David Moyes.
Well, David, many congratulations. I think most people on the ground had begun to think it was inevitable penalties, and then up steps 19-year-old Dan Gosling.
Yeah, that's right. Is he 19? I thought he was 18. But
19 the other day.
Was he? Oh, well, there you go. Well, what I would say is, I thought we played well. The Everton players played well. They've done well in the game at Anfield. They've done well in the league game as well. And tonight they got the rewards. We stuck at it, and in the end we squeaked a goal just before the last minute.
You were pressing throughout the extra time period, and as soon as Liverpool went down to 10 men, you really made that extra man pay, didn't you?
I thought we did. I thought we passed it well. We tried to make the pitch as big as we could. But we're aware that we're short of players in certain areas which could maybe make that difference. But I look at the players tonight and the ones who've come in and the ones who come off injured, and it's a great effort by all the players in the squad. It really is, because we've had injuries to centre forwards. Tonight we picked up an injury to Fellaini and Stephen Pienaar, but they went about it. We brought on a couple of young kids, and it's great for them.
It took a while to disperse the Everton fans out there. They thought they'd won the cup with the celebrations at the end. How good does it feel to beat Liverpool?
Well, rightly so, they should, but we don't win the cup for that. We get into the next round. But when you play your local rivals who, let's be fair, they're a really good team. And, they're talking a lot about what they're going to do and where they're going to go. And I think they must have said a few times, how many times they were going to beat us. So, sometimes, what goes around comes around, and tonight it's our turn.
Well done tonight, David.
Thank you.